Hello, folks, and welcome to the Vertigo Tea Party and our September 2016 update. As usual, the first 5 minutes or so will be the important stuff. After that will just be me rambling, and I'll let you know when we hit that point. So, first of all, the question for this video that I'd like to have you answer in the comments: what are you currently watching on this channel, if anything, and why? Is there a particular reason you're watching a certain series? Or is it just because you wanted to rewatch something, you like the new stuff, or you don't like the new stuff, so you're kind of watching old, or you just nothing you want to watch, so you're not watching anything? I'm curious to find out in the comments below. So, again, I'm continuing with the inconsistent uploads. I apologize. I'll go into it in the behind-the-scenes crap after the 5-minute mark, but it's partially at least related to trying to lose weight, and just for certain reasons that, like I said, I'll go into. I haven't really felt up to recording, so I do apologize. I'm trying to get back on a better schedule. I'm starting to feel a little bit more normal, so schedule should reset itself or become more normal here in the coming days/weeks. I will be going. Speaking of schedule being screwed up, I will be actually going out of town from September 17th. And then I'm coming back Sunday night, the 25th of September, going to Wyoming to see my dad. I might do some videos non-game related from out there. I don't know. Don't expect it. It just depends on if I feel like it or not. It's not going to be anything exciting. There's not a lot to do out there but shoot guns and drink beer and whatever else they do out there. But just kind of a heads up, I am trying to have videos set up so that at least we have videos every other day going live so that there's something. But there might not be daily. And obviously I can't record new stuff. I will be checking social media like Twitter and comments, stuff like that. I'm going to take my laptop out there. So I will still have access to that, but no new videos, at least game-wise. Neo, just very quick, I've put up some Neo stuff you've probably seen. If you haven't watched it, if you like Dark Souls, definitely check it out. It's very, very Dark Souls-like. It's basically Samurai Dark Souls with much, much better combat. Definitely check it out. I'm absolutely going to get this game day one and do a let's play of it. It's supposed to come out this year. Don't know when that's going to be, so we will see. Deus Ex will continue with Adam Jensen, Total Bastard. Epic Manager, I know I haven't uploaded in 2 to 3 weeks. I have not abandoned it. It's just due to the reasons mentioned above. I haven't got any new episodes up. I do want to get some recorded before I leave, so hopefully those will start going back up starting this week. I've got about 4 let's tries I need to do. That's actually 3 now. I just recorded one for Headlanders, so that one should be going up the same day that you see this. And I've got 3 others that I need to do: Beat Cop, Parkitect, which I'll probably put off for now because it's not ready for a let's try, and Mother Russia Bleeds. So I need to do those as well. Another very, very big important announcement as far as Don't Starve Together. It's going on hiatus. Several of us kind of just got tired of playing it all at the same time, so we're putting it off. It doesn't mean we're canceling it forever. If we pick it up again, I don't know if we'll pick up the same series or if we'll just start a whole new season, series, whatever. We also talked about maybe playing some other multiplayer game, such as I forget the name of it. That zombie survival game. You know that one, but not Rust. Not Daisy, not any of those. What are the newer ones? We talked about it. Anyway, nothing solid right now. But yeah, we all just kind of got tired of Don't Starve Together. And if we recorded it while we were bored with it, it wouldn't be worth watching. So I do apologize. It kind of came out of nowhere. All of a sudden, several of us were like, you know what? I just don't want to play this anymore, at least right now. So it's taken a little break. So I apologize because I know it's going to disappoint some folks. But like I said, it is what it is. Also, missing in action for a while is going to be the VR Displayed, where I show off VR games and my still unnamed, just weird, highly edited series of funny games. That'll come back when I kind of get my ducks back in a row. I want to make sure I've got daily uploads first for my Let's Plays before I start doing more of this side stuff like the VR Displayed and this other series. But anyway, that's the important stuff. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure, don't forget to answer the question in the comments below. Now I'll go ahead and just talk about, like I say, some of the more in-depth stuff. Otherwise, you can cancel right on out. Wow, that was almost perfectly 5 minutes. But anyway, so as far as the like inconsistent uploads, like I talked about before, it's because I'm working on losing weight. For what it's worth, I've lost like 25 pounds in 2 months. I still have a long way to go. I have like at least 50 pounds to lose before I would be considered happy. Especially for a while there, I was eating very, very low calories. We're talking like 700-ish. And I think that killed a lot of my energy and it put me in a bad mood. I also have been fairly moody lately. I guess you could say moodier than normal. And I just kept getting like angry about stuff or put off and disappointed by stuff. So I just didn't, it killed my desire to record. It was really bad for like 2 or 3 weeks, but it's a lot better now. It's nothing like physically wrong with me, anything like that. I just was being a little emo bitch. So everything should be, like I say, should be getting back in line now. I'm kind of getting myself back in the habit of recording. The only thing that might happen is I do want to start exercising daily, daily or almost every single day. And part of the problem with that now is I'm so out of shape that if I do the 30-minute exercise, I feel, and I do that when I get home, I feel like I don't want to do anything until I go to bed that night. So as I try to kind of weigh doing exercises and, getting myself in shape so I don't die of a heart attack versus recording stuff, there might be some dips. So I apologize in advance for that. But I'm trying to just get myself onto a regular, consistent schedule. And at some point, once I've kind of hit a certain threshold, I should be able to work out and not feel like, well, I'm done for the next 6 hours because I'm so exhausted because I'm so horribly out of shape. I went to Dragon Con this weekend before last, which is a convention here in Atlanta. And I only went one day. I used to go 3 days. And I went one day for like 12 hours. And the next 2 days of that Memorial Day or Labor Day weekend, I was just destroyed. Like I physically just felt awful. Like it was a good, I wouldn't say a wake up call because I already knew I was in bad shape, but it really underlined how horrible I've let my physical health go. So I really got to get that in order. I'm getting old. I'm not 20s anymore or even young 30s anymore. I can't just be like, well, I'm going to sit around and eat Doritos and drink Coke all day. And this most strenuous thing I do is, go downstairs to do the laundry. That can't work anymore. So that's why I'm a little iffy here and there. So again, I do apologize, but we'll get it all sorted. One thing that's about the one-off series that I've been wanting to do, the one like the Eliza's pregnancy thing. Like I'd love to do more of those. But one, I feel like that's secondary stuff. And I know not a lot of people watch some of the Let's Plays. Like Deus Ex has really bad viewership. And that's fine. If people don't enjoy the series, I don't want them to feel pressured to watch it. Like that's silly. You're going to burn out and not want to watch anything I do. Even though I will say I'm curious why people don't watch it. I feel like it's because we're getting on a side tangent here, but I do feel like that series has been slow. Like there's a lot of looting and running around and hacking and stuff, and I've tried to cut out a lot of it, but I feel like still it's going really slowly from like a viewership perspective. So I could definitely see why people wouldn't be interested, because I feel like as a viewer I would probably be bored through a lot of that one. But anyway, my point was, my Let's Plays, like I don't want to say never, but I always want my channel focus to be Let's Plays. Even if I branch out and do other stuff, Let's Plays is what I love doing the most. I really enjoy doing them, and I enjoy the long form, barely, almost said censored, barely edited stuff. Like I know it's not as popular these days, but it's the format I like to watch when I watch other people. So it's always, well, I'm not gonna say always, but I want that to be the focus of my channel for the foreseeable future, even if I have side stuff to, like the Let's Tries and the VR stuff and the funny, like one-off video stuff like that. So that's why I whenever I get behind like this, I try to focus on, okay, let's get that up and ready, and then we'll as we get a backlog filled, I can circle back around and do the other stuff. Deus Ex, for what it's worth, I'm actually trying to finish the game before I go to Wyoming this Saturday. I don't know if it's going to happen. What's funny is so many people were like, oh, I beat Deus Ex in 16 hours, and I did like every side thing. I'm at like 25 hours now, and I don't feel like I'm near the end. I mean, granted, some of that's just leaving the game open and alt-tabbing and kind of forgetting about it a little while and experimenting with some stuff, but man alive, like it takes me so much longer to beat everything. But anyway, beside the point, I'm enjoying it so far. There's definitely some wonkiness to it, but overall I think it's fun. It's fun playing like the total bastard Jensen too. Like people smart off and he like kills them and ends up getting in a huge firefight with the police, and later on there's like 10 police bodies in the street and you just walk by like doo nothing I did, while the cops are like, hey, what's going on? But it's fun. But I'm looking forward to get back to Epic Manager. I really like that game. I'm really looking forward to picking it back up again. But yeah, and even more behind the scenes stuff. I am for like the 572nd time working on my SEO, which is search engine optimization. Long story short, I'm really trying to focus on it this time. Like before, I felt like I kept hitting it, but reading a little bit and then spending a ton of time experimenting. I'm going to try to spend a lot more time watching people who know what's up and using some of the tools that they have available to maximize it to, kind of help, bring some new folks in for especially the side content side stuff. But one thing I was going to say about the one-off series with like the pregnant Eliza thing I did was after I did that, I noticed another really big YouTuber started doing the same thing. And I don't think they took my idea. Let's be very clear. I'm not even going to mention who it is because I don't want there to be like, oh my God, he said that you were taking his idea, whatever. But no, I'm clearly stating I don't think that happened. That person has almost certainly never seen anything on my channel ever. It's just coincidence that they started doing very similar videos. And that's fine. But like one problem with being a small Let's Player I find is that I find like if I do something that a bigger YouTuber does, I feel like people are like, oh, he stole that from that bigger YouTuber. And I've never had anybody say that to me, but I always feel like people are silently judging. Like, for example, I was listening to Quill. I think it was Quill. And his intro is a lot like mine. He does like, hello, folks, and welcome to da-da-da-da. And I'm like, oh, no. I was like, that's just like mine. And I'm like, I don't want to change mine just to be different. I've done it for years, like for 5 years now. And under no circumstance do I think he heard mine and thought, oh, there's a good idea. I'm going to take his. It's just coincidence. I mean, how many things do you say when you start a video without it being something asinine? But it just, I don't know. I'm paranoid about it. But anyway, man, these videos just end up me being rambling about things. Speaking of, though, I have considered doing more videos where I talk about current stuff. Not really under the tea time umbrella, because tea time, when I think tea time, I think more a subject I've researched a bit better, not like in depth, but it's something I'm more familiar with. So, for example, if I did a tea time, I think I did one actually on tea time with something to do with Black Desert. I think I made it a tea time because I was more familiar with all the details and things like that. But there's other things where I'm kind of like, okay, I haven't really been following this, but from what I gather, here's my opinion. I mean, I might still put it under tea time. I might make it a separate thing, which seems a bit clunky to me, especially since I so rarely do tea times anymore. But like, for example, the whole No Man's Sky thing. I didn't really follow that game that closely, but, given everything that happened, I really wanted to throw in my 2 cents along with everybody else, based on just kind of what I was seeing, watching some of the old interviews, because originally I was like, oh, well, people are hyping this game up. They've never said what you can do. They've always been very vague. People are going to hype this game up and it's not going to do what they think it's going to do, and they're going to be pissed off. And when it happened, I was like, well, see, there you go. But then the more I looked into it, he actually was, Sean Murray in particular, was saying in interviews, oh, you can do this, you can do that, or hinting at things, or being very vague, but it's kind of like winking and nodding, like, yeah, you can do that. And then when the game came out, you couldn't do any of those things. So in that case, I was actually wrong. They actually had been talking about some of the stuff that you could do. And it turned out you couldn't do any of that, and they released a really, really shallow game. But, just stuff like that. I would love to just kind of go off the cuff and blather about it for 20 minutes to 60 minutes or however long I wanted to talk about it. But anyway, I've went on long enough for a September update. Like I said, these are kind of like venting sessions for me, even if nobody listens to the entire thing, which kudos if you do. Even if nobody listens, it helps me get things straight in my head to kind of talk about it, even if I have it written down. Just talking to nobody, I'm like sitting here alone talking to my mic, helps me kind of get some of this stuff in perspective. But anyway, I do appreciate you guys watching. Again, if you listen to this whole way, please do answer the question, what are you currently watching on the channel and why? Again, honest answers. If you're like, hey, look, nothing you're doing is interesting me, that's fine. Like, I'm curious to know. I'm not uploading much, frankly. It's mostly Deus Ex, and like there was some Neo stuff for a while. And I know a lot of people probably weren't interested in the Neo stuff, again, which is totally fine. I'm just curious, what you're watching and why or why not, and etc. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you next time.